Hi YouTube, Coinpicker here. Here are my thrift store finds for the past week. First of all, we have this cashmere lacquered paper mache bowl, hand painted. And check that out. The detail of this is pretty awesome. Think of how many hours it took the person to do all that work by hand. Pretty cool. So this was only 99 cents in the cutlery, or I guess cups and bowls section of the Salvation Army thrift store in Vancouver. And probably can sell this for about maybe 50 bucks, give or take. Pretty nice. Next, I have this vase, this frosted glass vase that has this sterling silver applique, I guess it's called. And it has some Baltic amber. And the silver is actually marked. I think this is from Poland. And the mark here, I believe it's 925 on the second mark. And the first mark is its maker's mark. And this was only $1.99. Probably worth, I'd say $10 to $15 at least. I guess it's called like a bud vase. I mean, that's at least $2 worth of silver right there. And then we have this, I don't know if you call it antique ashtray. I don't know, smoking stuff is not that collectible, but the only good thing about it is it is Chinese, from China, probably from the 1940s to 1970s, really hard to say. But it is cloisonné, which means like little cells. See, it's like brass or copper wires that are soldered on, and then they fill it in with enameling, bake it, and then they, I don't know if they bake it and then they take off the excess, but it's a lot of work. Pretty nice. And it says China on the bottom. Didn't say made in China, so that does help determine or narrow down the time frame. $1.99, can't go wrong. There's no damage. These sort of things, you know, once it's dinged and the enameling starts to crack or fall out, then it's pretty much worthless. So condition is very important. Very nice. Those are like, I guess, clouds. That, I would say maybe $20 to $25. That sounds reasonable, right? That also was from the Salvation Army thrift store. And so was this. I couldn't help myself. This one, it's also Chinese, $3.99. And it's brass and has a dragon in the middle. And these are what you call like miniature nesting trays. So one fits into the other. Pretty cool. So you put your little trinkets and whatnot. I mean, it's probably not super valuable, but for $3.99, I'd say the brass is worth at least like, I don't know, that's like a pound of brass right there. Probably like $3 already. I would say it's probably worth like 15, maybe $20 on a good day. Pretty cool. And then near my house, someone was having a yard sale, and didn't really see much, just saw some knickknacks. This was 50 cents for the pair. And it is the Eastern Star, some sort of like Mason Society miniature little dish set, I guess a tea set. So basically 25 cents each. And actually there is marking on the back. F.N. Kistner, Chicago, Illinois. Pretty cool. I'd say value on this, I don't know, like $5 a set at least. So for 50 cents for two, not bad. I thought they were pretty cool. Actually, after the weekend yard sale, they actually put out a free, like a sign that said free on it. And went through the boxes of stuff that they left out for people to take, and actually found this, which is, it says Wilkinson Sword Company, and some made in England, and it looks very Art Deco-ish. But check this out. This is actually a fingernail clipper. Look at that. It's like spring loaded. Really cool design. I'm figuring it to be like from the 1930s, perhaps. Maybe 1920s, 1930s. It just folds up. They should, you know what? They should make them like this, again. Well, I mean, the modern ones are probably cheaper to make and probably a better design, but this is absolutely cool design. And these days, they're not made in England anymore. They're most likely made in China. But I got this for free. This is something I could probably sell online. I don't know. What do you guys say, like $10 or something? But I would definitely not recommend the person, whoever buys it, to use it. Or else they'll get like tetanus or something. Personal hygiene, right? What else do we have here? Found some jewelry at the thrift store. In their jewelry case, this one's very interesting. This one, okay, I paid $14.99 only because it really looked like a piece of jewelry, like a real one, not costume. And check this out. All right, these are CZs, cubic zirconia, not diamond. But if you look in here, the market says 333, and also like a maker's mark. So basically, this is like 8-karat gold, probably from England or Europe somewhere, but vintage gold ring. Technically, they can't call it gold if it's under, I believe, like 9 carats or 10 carats of gold. Because at 8 carats, it's 33% gold. So the other metals, like 67%, it's like probably copper or silver. So they say whatever is the majority metal is actually what you should call the ring, what it's made of. So technically it's not gold, but it has gold in it. And I did calculate the scrap value is probably about, I think it was about like 40 bucks or 45 bucks. So pretty much tripled my money. Not bad. Very low grade of gold, but you know, pretty cool vintage ring. And this for $3.99, also from the Salvation Army. It's only a silver ring. And the story behind this is funny. I was looking at the store, you know, looking through the shelves and everything, and right when I get to the end, you know, like the jewelry counter, I always check the jewelry. And I should have checked it first because some lady was like looking at the rings, and she had her loop in her hand, and she was asking like the worker, "Oh, do you have a magnet? I want to check, you know, if this ring is magnetic, blah, 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 blah." Of course, they didn't have one. I had one. I didn't say anything. You know, I'm not going to help the competition. But I spied, like in her little pile there, from the ring, she got from the ring tray, was like at least one colored stone, gold tone looking ring. So I was really curious if it was like a real gold ring, but the way it was designed, it looked pretty good, like a real piece of jewelry. So you could say that could have been the one that got away. Who knows? Maybe it was junk jewelry, but I don't know. Maybe next time I should have quickly glanced at the case before I start exploring the store. But you know what? Sometimes if it's meant to be, it was meant to be. But on that day, after she went through all that, I still came out with this ring. And here, I mean, the lady was probably in her late 50s, early 60s. So with my naked eye, I could see it said like 925. I didn't need my loop to see that. And you know, you look at the ring. Other than silver, all right, these are not diamonds. I'm pretty sure they're CZs, cubic zirconia. But the way they made the ring, you see how they perforated the back so more light can shine through. So usually they only do that with like, you know, somewhat real jewelry, not like costume jewelry where they just glue the stones in. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure if I even tested these ones. Possible that they are diamond chips. I don't know. Well, anyways, this ring's silver for sure. And I'd say the ring is probably worth, even with CZs, it's a pretty ring. All the stones are intact. I don't know, 15, 20 bucks retail value. So that's nice. And what else do we have here? Oh, yeah. On that day when I got that ring, I also saw this for $3.99, a pair of gold tone earrings. I only noticed it because I did recognize this as like some designer symbol. Givenchy, I think it's called. From France. And you know, real good designer costume jewelry will have marks all over the place. So check out this. It says here, Givenchy, Paris, New York, and then also the same logo. So they have it there. And also here, and also on the inside too. So every part of this earring is marked. So 3 places. So you know it must have cost an arm and a leg when they were brand new. So this I'll probably resell. Hopefully, I don't know, get 50 bucks. I mean, they're in good shape, but they're pretty cool looking. And of course, they're designer, and I guess it's considered vintage. But yeah, it's actually most likely going to get more money than if I ever sold this ring. That is very interesting. The costume is actually worth more than the real jewelry. Even this real quote unquote gold ring. Next, I found this in the knick-knack aisle at the back of the store of the Salvation Army. And it was in, they have these random stuff they throw into like plastic boxes and people rummage through them. And sure, it says passport, English, and I guess this is French. Good shape. Green leather. Like, look at that. Do you recognize the symbol? That is for Rolex. And the quality, you can check, it's like real leather and it's lined. And also, it has some information on, I think on the inside. So you could put your passport, like, basically this is the cover for your passport, but you have like all these slots for your credit cards and bank cards. Let's see. It has some information. Oh, I was right the first time. It's hard to see. But here it says Montre Rolex SA Geneva, Switzerland, code, and then like some numbers. Sorry, it's really dark. So it looks legit. And maybe I'll throw it on eBay and get a few bucks for it. I don't know. What do you think, guys? It's worth 40 bucks, maybe more. And I guess it is considered vintage. It's older. And yeah, not bad. It's always good to, I guess, think outside the box. So if you see something you think, oh, it's worth some money. Actually, I think I paid $1.99 for this. Worth some money. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, but you could like flip it to someone else, either through eBay or Craigslist. It's worth getting, right? And today, I also found some silver at the Salvation Army thrift store. These two I found in the display case, and I'll just show you. Pair of sugar tongs from England for $14.99. I know it's a little bit on the pricey side, but don't worry, I used a coupon. So it says here Burks Sterling. And this thing weighs about 30 grams of sterling silver. Pretty cool. And then I saw this spoon in the case as well. A little bit more than what I would normally pay for it, $7.99. But it's a pretty heavy spoon. It's like 20 grams. And it says here, I think it's called a christening spoon, like when a baby's born in North America and maybe even Europe. It says Sydney, what's that? Walter Wilson, January 25th, 50, like it's 1950. So this kid probably be like, what, 70, almost 70 years old, like next year. It is marked. I think that symbol is like the Whiting Company, I believe. 925 sterling. It says on the back, from Hugh, Doug, and is it Sunny or Jenny? Sunny? Janie? So when I saw these in the display case, of course, I told the lady to open up the case. Like, they have this side case, so you have to call them to get the key. So I told them I was going to get it, so they put it behind the counter for me, right? So right away I checked the aisle with like the pots and pans and metal knickknacks and found some more silver. So this is baby cup with the name Sophie on it, and it's $3.99. And you know, first thing I did was I peeled back the label and look what it says underneath that. I'll put it the way around. It says Empire Sterling. Of all the places to put the sticker, right there, boom. So most people seeing it, picking up, oops, they would just lift it up, see, $3.99 for a dented old cup, put it right back down. Actually, they did me a favor by sticking that on, because that's the first place I look. And then I look, you know, on the sides, whatnot. So with my coupon, right, these were like so good deals that I would probably hesitate to buy. But this, all right, this in itself is like, was it about 1/3 of an ounce? Was it? No, more than that. It was 20 grams. So it's like 2/3 of an ounce. That's like $14 of silver for $8. This is like $20 Canadian of silver for 15. And this is 45 grams. So that's like 1.5 ounces. So that's like $30 of silver for $4. So the best deal, best ratio is this one. The second best and third best. But when you put it all together, I did not pay full price. I used my donation coupon, $10 off. So I paid with taxes. It ended up being like $18 and some change. So I'm getting like, what, $60 worth of silver items, roughly, for, yeah, like a quarter of that. So basically, I'm bad at math. But it was a great deal. So always have to get some silver in this video. I love silver. But really neat items. I mean, like, I like these sterling sugar tongs. I think I have a couple of these. And of course, I got like tons of silver spoons. But yeah, here are my finds. Some I will keep, and some I will sell, and perhaps some I will trade. But pretty good haul, if I do say so myself. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Coinpicker out.